I didn't fully see the whole video, but I did hear that there were some cheaper parts in this PS5. But now the real question is it worth it? Like, is this PS5 cheaper, 100 grams lighter, worth it, Willie? Could you break this down with me?
The question is not whether or not it's worth it. People want to play on a PS5, so it'll be worth it to them. The question is, why is it cheaper to make, but it's being released in regions where Sony is raising the price of the PS5?
Yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher 305. With me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
We need to get this done fast, and there's one good reason why.
Okay, let's get it. Well, explain why.
Would you like to know the reason why?
Please.
I have a bag of flaming hot nacho cheese Doritos staring at me right now.
Are you staring back at them?
No, I'm going to consume it. I'm going to consume it with the kind of fervor that you only see in overtime of a football game.
All right, so in other words, you're gonna eat the soul out of this thing like Shang Tsung, technically.
I'm going to eat it like its only job in life is to be consumed by me.
All right.
And I would be doing it a disservice if I didn't do it.
All right, fine. You know what? Then let's get started, Willie, because there's a lot to talk about, dude.
Oh, no. There's not a lot to talk about. There's a lot to bitch about. This is the bitching episode. You will find out why.
Oh, yeah. We're going to find out right now. And let's start it off already with the first major Cyberpunk 2077 expansion won't come to the PS4 or Xbox One. So Night City is getting a bigger, better, whatever the fuck, update called Phantom Library. No,
Phantom Liberty.
Sorry,
yes.
Been drinking. Phantom Liberty, an expansion adding new characters and a fresh location on Cyberpunk 2077. But however, Phantom Liberty is only heading to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, PC and Stadia, skipping Xbox One and PS4 altogether. Willie, please share your feelings on this one, because I know this one's going to be a little harder on you than anything.
Let's get there.
All right.
And I will start with this one comment that I know is going to shock you. I'm not mad about this.
What? Why?
I'm not mad about this, and I'll tell you why.
All right.
The reason why Cyberpunk 2077 was the mess that it was because they were trying to make a multi-platform title that was supposed to be like mind-bending. But previous generation didn't have the juice to do what needed to be done. I know that I'm always a proponent of, as many platforms as possible. But let's be honest, sometimes when you want to push the envelope, like CD Projekt Red wanted to do with Cyberpunk 2077, you have to go and make hard decisions like, you know what? Forget last gen. We need to do this for current gen.
Okay, but I kind of find it fucked up because I mean, if they already pushed out Cyberpunk 2077, even for PS4 and Xbox One, I find it kind of unfair that they're not gonna get this expansion because it's just kind of like fucks them up a little bit. I mean, let's be honest, Cyberpunk 2077 has been a rocky road. First, you get this fucking broken game, they fix it with patches a couple of years later, and now they're getting this expansion, which now PS4 and Xbox One can't get. I still find it's a huge ripoff for those players who still have those consoles, especially the fact that, well, we talked about it already. A lot of people don't have a PS5 yet. I mean, they can still get an Xbox One Series X, right? Yeah,
Xbox Series X.
Yeah, I mean, they can still get one, which is oddly enough that you could technically almost find them anywhere. Almost. I'm not saying everywhere, like now, but just almost. But
talking about the Xbox Series X.
Series X, right? Which one I was saying?
Yes. Well, but no, because I say this because I know that you and I were sharing a couple of posts because all of a sudden I started wondering how much the Xbox One X would cost.
Yeah.
And I found them to be rather cheap.
Yeah, and it's weird because it's like almost like
they have
them everywhere almost.
But that's the Xbox One X which is previous gen.
Oh, sorry. Then
I'm talking about this. This is going to be for PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Sorry.
And S. But look,
Yeah,
it's one of those things
X
where it's one of those things where they made a mistake at the beginning by saying, okay, we're going to support previous gen as well. And a lot of the performance issues that they had was because they were trying to shoehorn this and all the stuff that they wanted to do into previous gen.
Okay.
That was a mistake. Do they compound the mistake by saying, oh no, we're still going to support our previous mistake? It sucks. If I wanted to play this game and I only had a PS4 or an Xbox One, I would be 100% screwed and I'd be pissed off. And I feel for people who are in that boat. At the same time,
think about it.
At the same time, if you have a PS4 and this is your only way of playing Cyberpunk, would you want them to release this expansion and go through the same process of buggy ass gameplay all over again?
Okay. You do make a valid point there, Willie. But you have to think about the other way as well.
Oh no, I think about it from both perspectives. Yeah. If I were a PS4 or an Xbox One owner, and I didn't have any other way to play this game, this would piss me off, especially if I bought it at launch. Again, ladies and gentlemen, don't pre-order, don't buy shit day one. You may have to wait a little while to play your favorite game of all time, but in my defense, how do you know it's your favorite game of all time? You haven't played it yet.
Got it. Okay.
But either way, for people who are last gen and can't upgrade right now and have the game in current gen, this sucks. However, CD Projekt Red did say that they would upgrade you to current gen.
Okay, so there's a bright side to this. If you get
for those of you
the new PS5 or an Xbox Series X, you can you have the older version of Cyberpunk 2077, and you put it on the new gen, you can still upgrade to the newer console.
Correct.
I mean,
and unless something changed, which I have not seen, you don't have to pay extra for the upgrade.
Okay.
So you'd have to buy the expansion, which actually, you know what? Is it for purchase or is it just going to happen?
I mean, that's a good question, dude.
No. Because the reason why I asked is CD Projekt Red, when it came to DLC and stuff like that for Witcher 3, they threw a lot of shit at people for free. Actually, this looks like it's a free update.
Oh, okay. So this is a free update, and I'm gonna say
this is a thing where, for example, I have right here a physical copy of Cyberpunk 2077 on my PS4.
All right.
If I were to buy a PS5 tomorrow, impossible, I know.
Yes.
But if I were to do it, I could put my copy of Cyberpunk 2077 in the PS5. It will allow me to upgrade to the PS5 version, and I will get the new expansion.
All right. It sounds okay to me. You know what, man? That sounds all right. But again, the whole problem still lies around the fact that people are having a hard time still trying to even get one. And now, let alone, it's I mean, I can't say right now it's the scalpers right now, because I think that kind of died down. I'm not sure. I'm not really hearing a lot of word about the scalpers still trying to take PS5 from everywhere.
There's still a scalping market, but it's not as pronounced as it was before.
Okay. All right. You know what? I think right there we'll just leave a pin, but I really want to know what our audience thinks. Do you guys think that what they're doing at Cyberpunk 2077 is fair for people with older gen consoles? I mean, please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, and let's have a conversation about this, because for sure, Willie and I are going to have to get on there, and we're going to have to start talking like up a storm when you guys got questions coming up. But let's continue on. So Tencent increases its stake in Ubisoft via Guillemot Brothers Partnership. Am I saying that name right? Guillemot?
Guillemot, I believe it's pronounced.
Oh, okay.
Guillemot or Guillemot. I'm not French. I
Because
apologize.
because
But
it's
it's either Guillemot or Guillemot.
Okay, so let's say French at least por si acaso, because you never know. So Guillemot Brothers Partnership. So it looks like there's a lot going on right now, Willie, with Tencent increasing whatever the fuck they're doing right now, and there's a big old partnership going on with the Guillemot brothers. Can you explain a little bit more about this? Because I'm not sure what's going on. I thought for a fact I know that Ubisoft was up there for grabs for someone to buy, and I didn't know nothing that Tencent was kind of interested in this until now that these two are kind of like ganging up on it, right?
Okay. For context,
All right.
Guillemot Brothers Limited is a partnership that was made by the founding family. Right now, Ubisoft is run by Yves Guillemot, and that partnership has sold more shares in Ubisoft to Tencent. Tencent is a huge Chinese conglomerate which has its fingers in quite a few publishers. They used to own 13% of Ubisoft stock. With the deal that they're going to invest 300 million euros into GBO, which is Guillemot Brothers Limited.
Okay.
And they will now have a 49.7% share in the company. So almost half.
Wow. All right.
Not a controlling interest, but close enough.
But enough to get, some power there, some pull.
For those of you wondering, why should you care about Tencent getting involved with Ubisoft? Let me give you a quick rundown of the companies that they own. They have a 100% interest in Riot Games, the League of Legends people. They have a 100% interest in Turtle Rock, the Evolve people. They have a 40% interest in Epic Games. If I have to tell you who they are, welcome to Planet Earth. They make Fortnite. They have a 5% interest in Activision Blizzard, a 5% interest in Paradox Interactive, and interest in a bunch of other companies that you may have never heard about, but Jesus Christ, they're everywhere. Like they have interest in Platinum Games, Roblox, Discord, Platonic Games, Voodoo, Off-World Industries, Bohemia Interactive, Jaeger Development, Miniclip. Jesus Christ, where the hell are they not?
So they pretty much have their claws in everything right now.
They, with all the interest, like, especially with this investment they're putting into GBL, Tencent is the world's biggest gaming company. Bigger than Microsoft and Sony combined.
Whoa, okay. So these motherfuckers are cleaning up house when we're not even looking at them.
Oh, no, we're looking at them.
Oh,
they've been at this for a while.
Oh.
Tencent's investment was the reason why Fortnite became the Battle Royale sensation that's out right now.
Okay. Damn. All right.
And Tencent and NetEase buying into Activision Blizzard is the reason why we have Diablo Immortal. They are movers and, in fact, shakers.
All right. So, okay, can we say that they're a force not to be fucked with, or yes?
Oh, no, they are the force.
Oh, they are the force.
If they wanted to, they could buy Sony tomorrow.
Fuck, that's scary. Now, I'm just saying scary in the sense like, if they would, what would they do? Because, geez.
I don't know. All I'm thinking is right now they have a 49.7% stake in Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Middle Kingdom. Where you're an assassin trying to take down the Han Dynasty.
I mean, yeah.
Why don't they go and invest in Koei Tecmo? And that way we can have Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Assassin's Creed.
Or hear me out. I know you're gonna call me silly.
I will.
Buy Sega and make a Dreamcast 2.
No, you're not silly. You're delusional.
I had a feeling.
I don't want anything having to do with a console that Sega makes that is not a mini console of another console they already made. The Genesis Mini was nice. Genesis 2 Mini, I'm sure it's going to be nice. No Dreamcast 2.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even know we were arguing about this. Sega's out of the arcade business, and arcade games was a big part of what Dreamcast games were. The arcade they had the only architecture was just a Dreamcast with more memory.
I mean, but if you think
about it, they don't have arcade machines anymore.
But if you think about it this way, Willie, arcades can come back. I mean, a lot of people are looking for this whole retro arcade feel again. They can come back. I mean, it's a possibility.
What you literally just finished telling me right now is the 80s are making a comeback.
All right, Willie, you're just being silly now.
No, I'm being honest.
But still, okay, I'm being a little funny about that. But if that were to happen, I am so sorry. Let's be honest. If that were to happen, Willie, I am so sorry. I was just fucking around, and if that shit happened, I'm sorry. I didn't really mean it. But just saying,
it's not going to happen.
No,
it's not going to happen.
But if it does, it's
not going to.
How about what happened if it does? Let's just say hypothetically, if
that's like saying, Willie, you can lose 100 pounds and grow all of your hair. That's as likely as a Dreamcast 2.
You can still grow your hair. I mean, have you seen those him commercials that they fucking?
I am not putting a muskrat on my head.
You can. You'll be fine. Anyways,
I am not stapling a small furry animal to my head.
But you can still lose 100 pounds, though.
Sure, I can cut off both my legs. That's 50 pounds each.
That's medianoche right there, man. That's gonna be.
Just change my name to Lieutenant Dan. Why not?
Fuck it.
I mean, you'll be all right with that. I mean, it's not so bad. I mean, we could do it. Right?
Sure. Willie doesn't need to walk or anything. Who gives a shit? As long as he talks bad about video games, that's all that matters, right?
Pretty much. It'll be fine. You'll be good.
You know what? I suddenly have an urge to just shut off this this fucking podcast. Like, seriously. Oh, the Dreamcast. You're dreaming, and we're doing a podcast. It's a Dreamcast.
Wow. Okay, easy there. Relax.
Just put a 2 at the end of it. You have your fucking Dreamcast 2. Can we switch to the next topic, please?
All right. Let's switch to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to be a YouTuber tears down the new PS5, and I do mean new, and found out some interesting things. So a YouTuber, I forgot this guy's name, dude. We talked about him last time because he talked about the PS5 with the Austin Evans. There we go. Yes. He's talking about this whole new PS5 that came out, and it's the model for the PS5, the CFI-1202B, which he says that it weighs 100 grams less. Now, I didn't fully see the whole video, but I did hear that there were some cheaper parts in this PS5. But now the real question is it worth it? Like, is this PS5 cheaper, 100 grams lighter, worth it, Willie? Could you break this down with me?
The question is not whether or not it's worth it. People want to play on a PS5, so it'll be worth it to them. The question is, why is it cheaper to make, but it's being released in regions where Sony is raising the price of the PS5?
So in other words, is it better or is it a waste of money?
Neither.
None.
I'm going to say that in many cases, this 1200 model is the one that's going to be available in regions where the price of the PS5 has gone up by $50. Okay.
So not US technically.
So we get things straight. During the life cycle of a console, manufacturers will simplify processes, find cheaper ways to make stuff, make it so that they can lower the price of the console. They usually don't lower the price until they come up with a new version, like a slim version. We'll use the PS4 as an example. The PS4 launched at a certain price, and it stayed that price for a while, despite them sort of simplifying their processes and making some shit cheaper. The price didn't drop until they announced the PS4 Slim, which was much thinner and had much less components, which allowed them to lower the price, which allowed more people to buy it. That's how it usually works in console cycles. Like you think about the PS1, the PS2, the PS3, the PS4. They all had slim versions that lowered the price.
Which is
in this case,
which has been like that always. Okay.
In this case, what they're doing is they're simplifying the processes. They're making it cheaper to make the console, but outside the US, they're going to raise the price.
That sucks, dude. I mean, why would they do such a silly thing, Willie?
Money.
Oh, I like money.
Yeah, good point. All right.
And
so
keep this in mind.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's a race between Sony and Nintendo. Nobody gives a fuck about Microsoft.
Really? Fuck. So they don't care
Microsoft,
about why would
Microsoft
not
historically, Microsoft has had a really rough time getting a foothold in Japan, in Asia. They don't really care about the Microsoft consoles there. In Europe, it's been more of a race, but Sony has been at least a solid number 2 behind Nintendo. I mean, when the Nintendo Wii U was a thing, then of course they weren't number 1. But for the most part, Nintendo consoles do well in Europe. Same thing in South America, especially in South America. But in the US, Sony can't play that because Microsoft is a force here. That's the reason why they said they're not going to go and raise the price of the PS5 here.
Got it.
So it's not a matter of would they raise the price here. It's a matter of they haven't had a good reason to do it yet. But if they could, they would.
I see. But all right, Willie. So I just want to get back to the whole thing here. So what's going on with this new PS5? What's in it that's cheaper than?
They've
not cheaper,
made it more efficient. They've made it more efficient. The board seems to be smaller. It looks like they reduced the power consumption of it by almost 10%.
Wow.
So more efficient components, smaller components, less to produce. But because they're raising the price by $50, they're going to increase their margins. I'm not mad at the, I don't, okay, fine. Someone wants to go and take money from me. I'm not happy about it. But I get it. These companies got to make their money.
I won't be happy.
But they're going to make their money by making it cheaper to make and making it more expensive to buy. You got to call bullshit at some point.
I get it. All right. All right. Shit. I guess that's technically it then, because in my eyes, I'm like, okay, fine. You're gonna get a newer PS5. It's still the same size, mind you, because from the video that I saw, very little of it, the PS5 is still the same size. It's still a fucking tower, but with smaller parts now and less power consumption now. From what it seems.
The PS1 had 5 revisions that used practically the same outer shell.
Mm-hmm.
In later models, the only thing they did was they removed a couple of video connectors, but it was the same outside. They didn't have to lower the price because they could charge whatever they wanted and people wanted to pay for it.
Got it.
Same thing's happening here, except that instead of keeping it the same price and just getting bigger margins that way, they're saying, no, give me $50 more. You want this.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. I wonder, man, if any of our viewers are from the UK or anywhere around those countries, And I want to know what they feel about this, because I'm going to be honest. This is, to me, I'll be mortified. I'll be really pissed at the fact that I got to pay more for another version of this PlayStation 5, because this will be what, the third one? Supposedly from Austin
Essentially,
Evans,
it'll be
the third one.
The third version. This will be the third, because the 1000 version was the launch version.
Yeah.
They made an 1100 version, which he talked about. This is the 1200.
Got it. So yeah, anybody from around the States, or if you know somebody from around the States and they're hearing this now, I would love to know, what are you guys are thinking about? Like, what are your friends are thinking about? Please have them come to our show, contact, let us know what's going on with their mind, because
talk to us.
Yeah, because I'm dying to know. I'm dying to know, what do you guys think about this? Because I personally think, and that's me. Willie already shared his thoughts. Me, I personally think this is the dumbest thing I ever heard, because again, it goes back to the same conclusion. No, it's going to get dumber. I see it.
Oh, no, it's dumber, and we're about to get there.
So yeah, so my point of view is technically as stupid as shit, but I need to know, what do you guys think? Is it still worth it for you? You guys were willing to pay that extra chunk of change for that version of the PS5, or are you willing to just, have it shipped from overseas and get the older version that we have now? I mean, again, that's up to you guys. Comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation about it. Now on to stupid news. Willie, what will you think? What will you think, or how will you feel if Kim Kardashian was part of the MCU?
Okay, let's get the story out of the way first.
Okay, fine.
Okay, she was interviewed. Okay, by Interview.
Okay.
She was interviewed by Interview.
Okay.
Interview magazine. It's called Interview. And she was asked about getting back into acting.
I didn't know she was into acting, first of all, except that porn that she got caught.
Well, I mean, she's been in things.
Yeah, literally. Or been in her, but that's just a different story.
Okay, but I mean, listen, you laugh, but she played a very pivotal role as voiceover actress in Paw Patrol the movie.
Wait, what? What do you mean that she was in Paw Patrol the fucking movie?
She was in Paw Patrol the movie.
As what?
A character that wasn't her, because it was a voiceover role. It doesn't matter. She was there.
Continue on, please. My head hurts.
But she was asked about acting again, and here is her direct quote. Would I act? I would if something fun came about. Maybe a Marvel movie. That would be so fun to do.
Oh! Okay!
No, stop.
I'm not actively looking, but I think things just come when they're supposed to. Okay, first of all, I don't mean to be cruel. I don't mean to be that guy.
No,
okay?
Please go ahead.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready! And I won't say what I was going to say, because what I was going to say was very, very cruel.
I kind of wish you would right now, because I think our audience are pretty much riveted to know about what you were going to say. Really? Go for it.
I would say, okay, to her comment where she said, think things just come when they're supposed to.
But yeah, please go ahead.
Bitch, if you came once. Anyway, please don't. No, that was very cruel. You asked for it though.
I did. I wanted it. But okay.
Let's face it, she did. It was definitely not me, because I wouldn't be able to do it. Either way, she shouldn't come to Marvel.
No, at all. Look, I'm not sure what she thinks is, what Marvel is gonna bring her in. I don't know.
I take it back.
What?
She could.
As?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Like, if it's set up properly, I think anybody can be in the MCU.
I mean, we had the Stallion on fucking She-Hulk.
No, Megan the Stallion. And that's exactly why I'm saying it. If it's set up properly, as a matter of fact, I can see her in a She-Hulk episode.
As what? Oh, okay, not even as what, but I mean, God, Damn it. Okay. I've not seen one
How
of the
can I?
shows.
Okay, what you're trying to say is, how can I see her in a She-Hulk episode? Right?
No, as what? The dumpster fire? As what? Because I mean, shit.
No.
Look, dude.
Imagine
she
right
brings
now,
nothing but
okay.
fucking drama. I know
Okay.
she can make the waterworks happen. Yeah,
No,
but I don't
no,
give a
no.
fuck about her, dude.
No.
It's just, we don't need her there.
For those who didn't watch episode 3, what I'm about to tell you right now is not really a spoiler. I'll say spoilers in case you care.
Mhm.
But Megan Thee Stallion made an appearance in episode 3. I'm not going to say in what way. I will say that it ended with Jennifer Walters securing Megan Thee Stallion as a client. What if an episode started with Kim Kardashian walking out of her office, having secured her as Jennifer Walters as her lawyer?
But that means we're gonna have to make Kim Kardashian canon to the MCU.
We don't need to make Megan Thee Stallion canon.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Just
saying.
because they're in the show doesn't mean that they are a pivotal part of any plot lines. They could just
No.
be there to add some flavor.
Okay, but then that means like if anything were to happen in the MCU or something, people are gonna still remember that either Megan Thee Stallion or Kim Kardashian are somewhere in there,
Okay,
either dead or alive.
when you think about She-Hulk on the greater MCU, and you think about Megan Thee Stallion, what are you going to remember?
Ass shaking.
And that's why I think Angela White should be her next client.
And I agree with that. Please let that happen. But still, just saying.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to make them pivotal. You can make them adjacent.
Okay, but the thing is, Willie, fine. If she wants to be in the thing like how you're pretty much want to say, I get it. But it looks like she still wants to do this whole acting thing. Look, man, I'm not gonna knock it until I try it. But I'm pretty sure that she can't act for shit. And I would like to stick her in Sharknado versus nothing near the MCU.
Okay,
Hell,
I
I respect DC so much I wouldn't even put them near that shit. So she can go to Sharknado or any other B movie out there before the MCU or DCU.
If it's based on acting chops, she should be nowhere near a camera.
Yeah, no.
Because listen, we all have our things that we can do, our things that we cannot do. I was gonna say something really gross right now, and I'm not going to. I want to be a kinder, gentler old piece of shit.
Fine. But again, I just don't think that, she doesn't fit anywhere in the MCU. Now, they stick her in there because she paid moolah bucks in there to put her in there.
Like I said, she could just be just all of a sudden she just walks out of Jennifer Walters' office, and she was secured. She has secured Jennifer Walters as her lawyer. We don't need to know. We don't need to know a reason why. Megan Thee Stallion will not be in episode 4 going forward. Kim Kardashian can be the same.
All right, fine. Now let's go to another heap of garbage that we're going to be talking about.
Oh no, this one I'm going to spit all of Venom on.
Oh no, I'm late, man. Here we go. Watch. So a never-ending reboot. The never-ending reboot is possible as a studio bid for rights for this fantasy movie. Now, Willie, you know how I feel about reboots. I'm always in the half and I like to be a little positive, but they can go fuck themselves if they touch this movie. This movie has all the feelings, no matter how old it is. And they want to touch it. Now, people are putting a bid for this movie. They're putting millions on the line to reboot this movie. And why? Why would they want to touch this fucking movie out of all? I get it. Hollywood has no common sense and they can't even fucking, they don't have not even a piece of fucking, what's that word I'm looking for, Willie? Not common sense, but they don't have like a lack of imagination or something or creativity to make a new movie, but they want to work on older shit to see if it sticks or make it fucking happen. I don't know. Why would they want to touch this fucking movie out of all the movies they want to touch? I would like to focus on all the bad movies, redo those shits, leave the good movies alone. That'll be even fucking canon. That'll be a great thing. But no, like, fuck, why can't you guys just get all your fucking mind and all the power you can, make a better Mario Brothers movie? I mean, you guys are making the Mario Brothers cartoon, fine, but make a better live action Mario Brothers movie. That'd be great. Hell, I would like to see a Pong movie compared to what they're gonna do to this fucking never-ending story shit. Don't touch it. Leave it alone, Willie.
Okay. I'll let you have your moment.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
That the rights to the NeverEnding story are owned by Warner Brothers.
Whoa.
So David Zaslav is the one that's shopping this.
Oh God.
I know that for all you little man babies that are out there that love the whole thing, whatever you think it is that David Zaslav is doing, you're gonna get mad at me, but he should not touch this.
I
should
agree.
not look at this.
I agree.
He should not be allowed within 14 nautical miles of this. That is my opinion.
Fucking look at the goosebumps. Look at the fucking goosebumps.
That is my opinion, because the original NeverEnding story is a fantastic movie that has no reason to be redone.
I agree.
None.
Shouldn't even
That being said, it's going to be done. I'm going to ignore it, but I'm sure they're going to make money from it, because all the member berries make money.
When don't they? Right?
Well, the most recent member berry that everyone is thinking about is Top Gun.
Fantastic movie.
And that fucking movie made over $1 billion. I'm just saying, we're not going to like it, but this is going to be made. And from a studio perspective, from a financial perspective, they can go ahead and do whatever they want. They want to make a never-ending movie, never-ending story movie, go ahead. You want to make a trilogy? Knock yourselves out. I have the original.
I'm okay with the original, man. I just don't want them to fuck them up. Now, if you
not
guys
the second and third one.
I was gonna say, if you guys want to work on the one with Jet Black in it, by all means.
Yeah, that was 3. The second and third one, you can fuck right up with that. The never-ending story, I always have the original, and no matter what you do from here going forward, I will have the original. That being said, I hope you all fucking burn in hell for the even thought of maybe bringing this back.
Yeah,
I hope that you get some weird alien regenerative gonorrhea that will burn you from the dick up.
Wow, that's a painful penis.
No, I'm not bitter.
Willie bitter? What's that?
Right.
But still, dude, I totally agree with you, man. They should just leave it alone. But if they want to fuck it up and do whatever they want to do, fuck it, I guess. But at least you have the original, which we can enjoy. And I'm pretty much sure that when this one comes out, it's gonna have such a clusterfuck, dude. And I am
going to watch the entire time that movie is in the theaters and goes to streaming. I will be looking at the original, and I'll be loving Falcor, and I'll be watching Atreyu, and I'll be crying when Artax is lost. Oh, yeah. Fucking spoilers for a 1984 movie, I guess.
That scene alone, that's just fucking horrifying to me. I'm like,
when he lost Artax, I lost my soul. I love that movie. That is one of my favorite movies of the 80s. It's a huge list. But it's right at the top. Like right alongside The Princess Bride, Willow, and no, I can't say Last Action Hero because that was the 90s. Clue, the original Clue.
Clue's good. I love Clue.
Oh my god, that movie is so good.
Yes, but if you're gonna be
let's talk about something else from the 80s.
I was gonna say that right now. Jesus Willie. All right, so we talked about this a while back, and it's about Beverly Hills Cop 4, that they were talking about making it and all the good shit happening. And I think they even talked about that they're already working on it. And guess what? They are working on it. So they have an image which it has to do with two returning actors. We already know that freaking this guy's coming back, Eddie Murphy, but they're bringing back freaking Judge Reinhold and John Austin. Am I seeing that?
John
last name right?
Ashton and
Ashton,
Judge
sorry.
Reinhold
Yeah.
are going to be back.
Which I gotta say this, I gotta say this, and I'm sorry if I'm saying it this way, but the years have not been nice to them. They look way fucked up. I'm pretty sure this might be like an off picture. They just caught them off guard and they look like hell and back. But the years have not been nice to them. No,
Okay.
no.
I'm not expecting people that were in a movie that came out in the 1980s to look the same way.
I don't either, but
we're talking
Eddie
about
Murphy still looks perfectly fine though.
Eddie Murphy's Eddie Murphy. Everybody knows black don't crack.
True.
But everyone sits there talking about, oh no, because when you do this remake, Ryan Reynolds is trying to remake Clue.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna do a good job.
Whether he does or not, let's talk about the fact that a couple of people that were in the original cast are no longer with us.
True. Sad.
Let's also talk about the fact that if you were to see Tim Curry as the butler, you might blink. Seeing John Ashton come back as John Taggart and seeing Judge Reinhold back as Billy Rosewood, I'm not mad. Like, if you're going to maintain the continuity, because this is the thing, and in this case, you know how I feel about sequels, and you know how I feel about sequels that are long past.
Yeah.
But at least they're maintaining the continuity.
Okay.
And they would have gone and made Top Gun Maverick, and all of a sudden, Maverick is played by, I don't know, Judge Reinhold. You'd have something to say.
I would.
They maintained a Tom Cruise as Maverick. They maintained a Iceman, and my brain is not working right now.
And just some images of Goose.
Who's Iceman?
Iceman is Val Kilmer.
Thank you. I forgot his name.
Sorry.
My brain doesn't work sometimes. Val Kilmer was still there as Iceman. No, I'm sorry. Who's his son? He looked like Goose.
Dude, spot on. Almost to the T, if I should say.
Like for the record, that man is not related
at all
to Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, at all. But
matter of fact,
the man looked just like him so much.
No, he did look like him. I'm going to tell you something. You're going to get mad now.
Go.
You've seen that person before.
Yeah, I know. Van Forstick.
Exactly. That's Reed Richards and Van Forstick. Miles Teller. He's a good actor. He is a good actor.
He is.
He's like everybody that was involved in Van Forstick got done wrong.
Very.
But they've all redeemed themselves. Michael B. Jordan did a great job as Killmonger, and he's Creed. And Kate Mara, Kate Mara, I recognize her. I remember her most in The Martian.
Okay, yeah, which is fine.
Great movie. Either way, I'm not a fan of Beverly Hills Cop 4, but they're maintaining a continuity. I can at least handle that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And the movie's called Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley.
All right.
The fact that
I'm gonna have to watch it.
The fact that Eddie Murphy is coming back to such a pivotal role.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the biggest roles he had as an actor.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's see. I mean, we all saw the Dolomite movie.
I like that movie, to be honest.
Which I liked. He did. I mean, everyone's bitched about that Eddie Murphy half-asses shit since he became too big.
Mm-hmm.
I Am Dolomite. He brought it. Maybe for Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley, he'll bring it.
I think so, man. But again, it's him, dude. He's gonna have to put all of his might into this one, which I'm pretty sure it is.
You know what? At one point in his career, at the height of his powers, he was Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock.
Oh my God, all in one. Yes.
Plus.
Yes.
And at some point, he fell off and just became a voice actor. Don't feel bad for him. He was Mushu, and he was Donkey.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, at one point, he was the funniest man on the planet, not named Robin Williams. I'd like to see him go back to that.
I would like to. I would like him to go full Eddie Murphy in this movie at least. Because when he did part 3, I felt like part 3 was like him holding back, I guess. But I want to see him go full Eddie Murphy in part 4. Like no holds barred, just fucking let it rip and just beat Eddie Murphy. And I'll be okay with that.
If Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley, I'm sorry, Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley has the same residence as Top Gun Maverick did,
yeah,
I'm in. I'm not upset when people go and try to rekindle old shit. Cobra Kai is a thing.
It's fucking awesome. It's
exactly
fucking awesome. It
can be done. When you first hear it, it's like, really? We fucking need this? Do we fucking need this? There's a Gremlins TV series coming up soon.
I don't know, but watch.
Do we fucking need this?
I don't know.
But hopefully,
but they bring back the original cast. Not all the original cast, but some of the original cast. I'm all right with it.
Not just that. If it has the same vibe, if it works the same, I'm down.
Okay, yeah, it can work. It might could work, but then again, I'm just kind of curious to know what our audience thinks as well. Do you guys think that something like this is plausible? You think this might work? Do you think that Beverly Hills Cop 4, I'm going to say 4 because the whole Colin Axel Foley thing part, it throws me off a little bit. It throws me off. But do you guys think it might work? No, seriously. Well, like, I'm kind of curious what our audience will think. Do you think this might work? You think it might flop? Do you guys think, bringing an original cast and stuff like that to a movie like that, like to bring it to nowadays, will it make the movie better? I don't know. I personally think it might, but I would love to hear your thoughts, and Willie and I would love to sit there and conversate with you guys about it. Now, I gotta say, guys, thank you so much for joining us today, because we already reached the end of the show, and I think Willie had something to say. Willie?
I got nothing to say except for the fact that if anything I said actually comes true, I'm sorry, and you're welcome.
All right, man. But ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for joining us today on this show. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just so we come up with some amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something in between. Willie, you already say your final words, and I'm just going to say mine. We'll see you guys on Friday. Peace.
Bye.